So it's been a super magical day. So I am in Irwin. I'm currently at Miss Janet's house, and I started the day at Jerry's shelter, I think. Stayed there last night. It was super cold, super windy, super rainy. But woke up today, kind of a nice day, and made my way up to Big Butt Mountain. And in classic wing it fashion, I got off trail. And as soon as I cleared Big Butt Mountain, somehow I ended up on this mountain road, and I have to tell you that probably about a half a mile down this road, I realized I was off trail, but it was a beautiful mountain road, and I had a choice to hike back up a half a mile or 3/4 of a mile to Big Butt Mountain and get back on trail, or just follow this mountain pass. And I was intentional about it. It was a nice hike, and I said, for whatever reason, the universe wanted me here, and I'm just gonna hike it. And that's what I did, and I made it. I don't even know how far today, maybe 15, 18 miles from there. And about 5 miles down, it was clear. I had no idea where I was at, and I just kept getting further and further away from the trail. And but I followed it downhill, and Miss Janet had messaged me last night. This is the miracle of the trail, and asked me where I was at. So I messaged her today, and I said, not all who wander are lost, but I might in fact just be. And she laughed and called me, and I said, I'm enjoying the hike. And she said, well, do you want me to come get you, or are you enjoying the hike? And I said, hell yes, come get me. So, but we didn't really know where I was at. And I have to tell you, like, why I was, messaged Miss Janet this morning. It took her a little while to get back to me. And I also called the shuttle driver, I think it's Unicoi Steve, and he was in Damascus, but he really helped me out a lot, like getting me on trail. And I'll show you some maps about just how far off I got off trail and where I was wandering to. And I didn't see another soul. Saw a couple guys on dirt bikes, and they didn't seem like they were local, and they didn't really know where I was going. But somehow Unicoi Steve helped me. I downloaded all trails, and I found a couple of trails, and I think it was Flint Creek Trail or something like that I ended up being on, and I hiked that down to a trailhead where Miss Janet met me, and beautiful hike. And I'm the only one that hiked it today, and that I knew of, and because I didn't see another hiker. And absolutely gorgeous waterfalls that I will put in on the end of this video. And so glad that I chose to stay on that. And I know how technically dangerous it is to get off trail and just wander the hills of East Tennessee, but it was a magical day, man. And I got some amazing footage of the waterfalls of Flint Creek Trail, and that no other AT hiker has seen this year, and it's my memory. And Miss Janet met me at the trailhead. I had to cross the creek 3 or 4 times in shin deep water, and it was absolutely beautiful. And it was like I was supposed to be there, and I knew that for whatever reason. And I saw Miss Janet in the parking lot, and I was super excited. And guess what I did next? I got in her van, and I lost the phone that I just fixed. Like somewhere from taking pictures to meeting Miss Janet, I think it was right when I got in her van. And I didn't realize it till we got back to Irwin, and she had to pick up some other hikers, and we were gonna go back and try to find my phone on the trail. And Lo and behold, even Miss Janet, who's from here in Irwin, said nobody's probably hiked that trail in weeks. But some guy called Miss Janet's phone because he saw my screen was locked on my phone, but he found my phone on the trail. A day hiker, I think from Rogersville, and he just so happened to find my phone, and it was locked, but he could see the last text message, and Miss Janet had sent me a phone number, so he called Miss Janet's phone and returned my phone to me. And it was like perfect, man. Such a magical day, man, and of getting lost. And you know, and I say this a lot, like, I don't know if I walk back and touch all those white blazes, but I know I was supposed to be on this trail today, and I know I was supposed to capture what I captured and experience what I experienced and have the adventure that I had. And it's kind of like a 15 or 18 mile blue blaze, and I don't even know how far off trail I was, but I was intentionally following this trail just down from Big Butt Mountain, and it all worked out. And tonight I'm staying at Miss Janet's house and with a bunch of other hikers, and I was supposed to be here, and I was supposed to meet some of them hikers, and I was supposed to lose my phone. I was supposed to capture these amazing footage of the falls and have this story for the rest of my life, and I was supposed to be rescued by Miss Janet and Unicoi Steve, I think his name is, who helped me a lot, like find a marked trail to get onto, and so I knew at least what direction I was going into, and have this, I think his name was Dave, and I have a picture of him. Absolutely a hero, man. That out of all the people, there was nobody on this trail, and he just so happened to be there and found my phone, and he could have done a million things with it, and he went out of his way and drove it up to Irwin and bring it back to me. And thank you so much, and thank you, Miss Janet, thank you, Steve, and I never sweated it. I think Miss Janet will tell you, and Steve will tell you, I was joking the whole way, and I'm earning my trail name of Wing It, and it was like such a beautiful, magical day of just hiking where nobody else hiked, and somehow I got off trail, but I knew I was supposed to be there. And it's beautiful when it all works out. Now, I know, like, everybody's gonna say it's dangerous and you should always go back, and you know, there's bears, and you don't know if you're on private property, but it was like a mountain road and a dirt road, and it was, I don't know, man, I just knew. And I captured some amazing footage and just had the best hike ever, and for some reason, and I know probably few people will understand this, when there's adversity, the hike is so much better. You know, I hiked a blizzard in Klingman's Dome, and a 26 miler with a hurt ankle, and stepping out in a night hike in a thunderstorm, and those are my memories, man. Those are my memories forever, and I don't regret this one bit. Well, at least we know why they call it Big Butt Mountain. So I just made it up Big Butt Mountain. It's windy out, but it's not raining. A little chilly, but I think it's gonna warm up. The sun's out. I don't know how far I'm making it, but today's day 4 out here since Hot Springs, and I've only made it about 35 miles from Hot Springs, so I'm only like halfway to Irwin. So I gotta put some miles in or get off early for food and power again. One of these days I'll get it figured out. Or maybe I won't. Holy moly. Okay, I guess we're getting dirty today. This is no joke, man. So it looks like I wandered off trail about a mile ago. So do I go back up or do I see where this leads me? Because it was a mud bath. Some places knee deep on this road. It's like sort of vehicle's been coming up here. Right off of Big Butt Mountain. I must have not been paying attention. Looking at the beauty and the scenery. So I am seeing where this little detour takes me, and hopefully it connects back to the trail with my muddy shoes. If I have to turn around, it's gonna be probably a 3-mile mistake. And I gotta trudge back through the knee-deep mud. So, just gonna see where this, hopefully this loops back around. Right now it's taking me away from the trail. But I have to imagine that it loops back around at some point. If not, I just wasted a day. Wish me luck. But I don't believe in luck. Good thing it turned into a nice day today for a stroll. right, so don't ask me how, but I've wandered off trail. Several miles off trail, by the way. Wandering around East Tennessee in the mountains. But I was able to, Miss Janet's coming to pick me up, I think. She thinks she knows where I'm at. And figure it out from here. So wandered off a Big Butt and a Big Butt Mountain, and took me a little while to realize I was off. And instead of turning around like an intelligent person would do, I said, well, this is where the universe wants me. And I've just been wandering this little mountain road for miles and miles and miles. So talked to the driver from Unicoi Shuttle. Great guy, man. He really helped me pinpoint where I'm at. I guess I'm in Flint Creek or Flint Trail. I had to download all trails and send him my coordinates. And he's not in town, but he was kind enough to guide me. I guess I'm in Rocky Mountain Park or something like that on some loop trail. So I don't know how long it'll be for Miss Janet gets here, but I'm just walking. And it's a beautiful hike though, man, beautiful day. But it's about the adventure, man. You know, it was like I could have turned around, and maybe I just needed an adventure today, and I'm enjoying it. And I learned a lot. You know, I learned just how inadequate far out is, because it's just the AT. So I downloaded all trails and got some help in coordinating where I'm at and how to get out of this maze. And so it's been a lot of fun, man. I don't worry about things like that. It's been a lot of fun. Different experience today. All right. Now, I guess I don't know if I go back and touch all those white blazes or what I do, but figure it out tomorrow. Let you know when I'm off. Water is so cold. Feels so good. Sight for sore eyes. Woo!